Hello, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to day 3 of Stories of the Prophets. This is day 3 of Ramadan. I hope everything is going well for everybody in Ramadan, and I wish everybody all the best out there. Now, for those who are new to the show, every day throughout this blessed month of Ramadan, I'll be telling you a story about a prophet throughout the history of Islam. So, with it being day 3, we're going to be talking about Prophet Idris as-salam. Prophet Idris, as-salam, known as Enoch in the Bible, is regarded as either the second or third prophet in Islam. There were 25 prophets mentioned by name in the Quran. Some historians and scholars consider Prophet Adam as-salam's third son, Seth, Sheath, as I mentioned in day 2 of this story, as being his successor and carry on the responsibilities of prophethood. However, his prophetic status in Islam is not definitely confirmed. The details of his life comes from older scriptures that have been distorted and corrupted. In Islamic tradition, it is allowed to read and learn about his story, provided that the lessons drawn do not contradict the teachings of the Quran. Still, we must be careful, as it should not be regarded as truths or used in basics of religious rulings. About Prophet Idris salam, he was known as the forefather of Prophet Noah salam. We were told in 2 separate verses that the qualities of Prophet Idris salam possessed that made his position elevated in the sight of Allah. Prophet Idris salam was a well-built man with a strong, broad chest and spoke with a low voice. It is said that he was tall and handsome and always showed calmness in his demeanor. Beyond his physical attributes, he was also intellectually curious. He pondered the vastness of the universe that his creator made. From the sky, the earth, the moon, the stars, and the clouds, that the sphere of Marufal. Quran mentions Idris salam as the first man who learnt how to write with a pen. He had knowledge of astrology and mathematics and was credited as an inventor of many things. He was born during the lifetime of Prophet Adam salam. It is believed that he was from amongst the followers of Sheath and the ruling progeny of Adam salam. Following the death of his son Sheath, Idris salam was a severe servant of Allah. Hence Allah chose him as a prophet and messenger and elected him as the ruler over the children of Adam. What began after the death of Sheath is the people of Cain, Gabil, lost guidance and sin, corruption began increasingly rapidly and spreading. Idris salam could not bear to watch his own people falling prey to the influence of shaitan. Shaitan is the Arabic translation for Satan. So Allah instructed Prophet Idris salam to call for jihad, the holy war, against the corrupt followers of Gabil. Idris was the first prophet and messenger in the history of Islam to perform jihad against corruption, as commanded by Allah. Idris gathered an army of men and battled in the name of Allah against the corrupted and emerged victorious. From a narration of the book, which is also mentioned by many Quranic commentators, and Allah knows best, one day, Prophet Idris was informed by Allah of a remarkable promise. He was told that he would receive the rewards of all the good deeds performed by each man until his last breath. This meant he received double the reward. Prophet Idris was overjoyed by the news and thanked Allah mercifully for all his blessings. But Idris was quite old and he knew death was near. He was not ready to depart from this world as he enjoyed spreading goodness on earth. He had a friend from the angels whom he asked whether could speak to the angel of death and see if it could be delayed. The angel told him that it was a matter with Allah, but there was no harm in trying. Thus Idris got on the angel's wing and ascended to heaven, passed through the first, second, and third heaven. However, upon reaching the fourth level, Allah commanded the angel of death to take his life. As Allah instructed the angel of death to take the soul of Idris in the fourth heaven, This remarkable event of Prophet Idris salam is confirmed and noted in the hadith number 7517, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, ascended to the heavens during Isra and Miraj, the night journey, what that's translated as. He was greeted by various prophets who came before him. In the first heaven, he met Adam salam. In the second, he met Isa salam, and Yahya, Prophet Yahya salam, in the third heaven, Yusuf as-salam in the fourth, and Idris, may peace be upon them all. This context brings deeper meaning to the verse where Allah and says Idris was elevated to a higher station. This elevation refers not only to his moral character and righteousness, but also his literal ascension, where he was taken to the fourth heaven. So now, time for my own thoughts. Where it says, because Prophet Idris salam did a lot of good deeds and he fought against corruption, he also says, where I've just mentioned in the story I've just told, when you pass on knowledge from somebody, like say for example, you say to somebody, don't eat this food, it's not really good for you. I'm just using this as a metaphor. If you don't eat this certain food, it's not good for you, and then that person passes this teaching on to another person, and then that passes on to another person and another one, and so forth until the end of time. Even after you have left this world, you will still be embedded with those good deeds, because at the end of the day, your legacy is a piece of legacy that you have left behind. It's a piece of your teachings that you have left behind. And people always say, where did you learn this from? Oh, I learned it from so-and-so. Oh, who passed away so many years ago? Yeah, him. Well, it's amazing how their teaching is still last on. That is the whole point. What we try to teach people out there, that the little good deed that you do will have an everlasting effect till the end of time. This is the true meaning of what we tell people out there as well. Whatever you do in life will continue forever. So if you leave something good behind, people always remember you as a good individual. But if you are being horrible to people, if you're not being considerate towards other people's needs, their feelings, that's how you'll always be remembered. Your character itself will always be remembered as how you lived your life on earth. So if you do good, people remember you as a good individual. If you do bad, people will say, oh yeah, I remember that individual. You don't want to do that. Pass on positivity, pass on good stuff. You see somebody struggling, help them out. Because believe me, that reward will always come back to you down the line. What you give out to the world, you'll always get back. So that concludes today's story. There are more stories to come as well. I hope you're enjoying all this. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Again, from everybody from Addi Biotics, we wish you all happy Ramadan, and we're hoping everybody's doing good out there. And all the best to you all, and God bless.